M4 MacBook Pro formal development kicked off, but launch not expected until next year based on current schedule. Official image of Apple's 14-inch and 16-inch MacBook Pro available in the M3, M3 Pro and M3 Max options. Apple launched its new MacBook Pro lineup, along with the M3, M3 Pro, and M3 Max, back in October 2023, though some might have concluded that the company rushed the release of the newer models just before the year closed so that it would have a positive outlook on the annual sales tally. Going by this schedule, the new M4 MacBook Pro is not expected until next year, but according to a Candy session, formal development of the portable Mac has started, meaning that Apple is eyeing a jumpstart against the competition. Apple's current launch timeline dictates that the M4 MacBook Pro will not arrive before H1 2025. The Candy session started by Bloomberg's Mark Gurman was focused on the Apple Car, but the reporter touched on various other topics, such as the M4 MacBook Pro. The only information provided from that session was that the technology giant just started formal development on the new silicon and the upcoming model. Going by the company's previous launches, which include the M1 getting announced in November 2020, followed by the M2 chip in June 2022, and lastly, the M3 in October 2023, Apple typically takes around 18 months before launching a new SoC. Assuming the company is sticking with this schedule, the M4 might not be unveiled before the first half of 2025. Also, given that the M3 was mass-produced on TSMC's first-generation 3nm process, we strongly believe that the upcoming chipset will leverage the Taiwanese semiconductor manufacturer's N3E process, which is also known as the second-generation 3nm node that is expected to be utilized by the likes of Qualcomm and MediaTek for their respective smartphone silicon later this year. Apple is also said to take advantage of the same technology for its A18 Pro for the iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max. For those wondering if the new M4 will be mass-produced on the 2nm process, volume wafer production on this lithography is not expected to commence before the second half of 2025. This means that shortly after the launch of the new MacBook Pro, Apple is set to kick off production of its cutting-edge chips, which will most likely be reserved for the iPhone 17 series. However, before we even get to see a new Mac in action, Apple has to launch the M3 Ultra, and according to an earlier report, the workstation-class silicon may arrive in mid-2024, after which the company can pull its resources and talent on the M4 MacBook Pro.